Hello everybody and welcome back to my Football Manager 21 Let's Play series. We have reached the end of the season. There is only one game left to play, and that is against Hyde, who we kind of owe a bit of payback for giving us a defeat earlier on in the season. So that is what we're hoping to do today. I know I said in the last video I was going to bring you back for the final two games of the season. However, I did get a little bit frustrated with my performances. So much so, I've rethought my first formation. I've gone for a 4-3-3 with inverted wingers, one lone attack. I know I say I've banged on and on and on that I don't like a single lone striker. But I'm having to kind of do it because we just need a bit more in midfield to try and stop some of these teams that are have been giving us a bit of trouble. Because if we go back and look at the last couple of fixtures since you were last here, I mean, that's the last match. Well, the last two matches you saw, pretty much. We drew with Radcliffe, lost 4-2 to Lancaster, won 4-1. We drew 1-1 with Witton. Now, it's been a little bit rocky. And that's also, coincidentally, where we've installed the new patch. So all these results have been with the latest patch to the game, whereas all the ones before that were on the previous version. And as you can see, we scored we were scoring a heck of a lot more goals on the previous version of the game. So I'm thinking that whatever Sports Interactive have done, they've kind of reduced the goal scoring a little bit. They've shown up some of the weaknesses in the match engine, I think, and as a result, some tactics that worked brilliantly before now don't work anymore, or are not as efficient anymore, would be my understanding. So it's going to take the tactical geniuses out there to get their brains in gear and get their fingers moving and do some testing and find out some new tactics for us. I'm not even going to bother. We're just going to go with this team. I mean, obviously, we can see we've got some weaknesses. Look, there's a 6. There's a 6. We've got strong players everywhere else, though. So let's go give it a shot. Oh, by the way, you know that Cisse fella in the last video? The guy who was at Tottenham that didn't want to, that wanted stupid money to come and play for us? Well, guess what? We signed him. We've got him signed, folks. He had a bit of a rethink after the trial, and he's come and joined us. And he only wants £40 per week now, which is very nice of him. So I'm very happy that we was able to get that bit of business concluded. His other two mates are coming to join us in a few days' time. So that should be two more good quality signings for the team, and hopefully, as we head into the next division, a bit more strength. But of course, what we've got to do is try and find a formation that works now with the new match engine. So let's see if this works against a team that's, you know, finished in the playoffs of our current league. Again, I'm a little bit, just that one striker just concerns me so much. One lone striker. Also, people were talking about the quality of our pitch being really bad in the build-up to this game. it's not looking too bad at the minute. I did ask the board if they would relay it, and they said nope, because of our financial position within the world of football. So sadly, no pitch being relayed this summer. So the ground staff are going to get their work cut out to get this back into fighting shape, ready for the next season. But yeah, the final game of the season, a little bit of obviously just a run out for the lads. Championship was wrapped up quite a bit ago, which is rather thankful given the turn of events we've seen since the game update. And just need to focus on now, obviously, what we're going to do over the summer. Whether there's areas of the club we can strengthen. Might have a look at staff. See if there's any improvements that can be made there. Certainly having a look at some of our... There's obviously some players who, let's put it this way, are not good enough at the club level. Thankfully, they're on non-contract, so we might let them go. I'm probably going to need to look at getting another striker. Especially now we've got this issue where... I don't know if it's an issue as such, but I've noticed, like I say, I have noticed that Jordan Cox and Remy just don't seem to have any kind of pairing, any kind of connectivity, any kind of relationship. Not sure why that is, but they don't work together, which is a little bit concerning for me. Campbell, is he injured? No, he's not injured. Said he was going to need some medical attention, though. He has got a yellow heart down there in the bottom corner, which you can't see because obviously my webcam's in the way. But yeah, all the other players are nice green hearts on that bottom bar. Remy is a sort of half-empty yellow one. So I think he's probably going to need to be coming off soon. Half-time and it's 0-0. I mean, we're still generating a lot of XG, look. Our number of shots is massively reduced from what it used to be, and the number that are on target are massively reduced as well from what it used to be. Possession-wise, though, we're doing very well. So what I think I'm going to do... go out there and give the fans a reason to cheer. Let's go a little bit more attacking, shall we? I did that wrong. Yeah. Let's go a bit more attacking, lads. Come on. I know we've been positive, but I think we should be... Oh, that was a foul, Powell. This is where probably Hyde score. Cameron Green. Come on, Cammy. No, it's the wrong side of the pitch for you. Kempster's in here. Why didn't Kempster take a shot? Why did he backheel that? Some craziness going on. Beelan to Bird, to Ball. Got the BBB in midfield. Beelan, Bird and Ball. All Beelan, Bird. Barrett as well, I suppose. We've still got Barrett playing at the club, although he's not really featured. We might be letting him go out, leave at the end of the year. I'd like to be in a position, actually, massively turned around from the start of the season, where we don't have non-contract players, but all the players at the club are on contracts. So at least then we have the option, when we decide to get rid of them, we can actually get some money for them, because clubs would have to pay a transfer fee. That would be one way of improving our club finances, making sure we get paid for all the players we're releasing. Kemi. Oh, Kemi, come on. Right, I'm going to make a little bit of a tweak now. I'll drop Green back into his more usual, into his preferred wing back position. I'm going to bring Joe Healy on as an inverted winger with attack. Coldest Silva's having a good game. Seems to be unaffected by the knock, but he's not playing very well. So Jordan Cox is coming on, who should be a much better forward, maybe, possibly. We got Stobbsy then, who can come on in a little bit for Kempster, if need be. And we've got Kane Lewis, who can come on at right back. And then if we need to change a centre back, we've got Middleton, who can fill that role for us nicely. But yeah, goal scoring has not really been our forte at the moment. We blow so hot and cold. One match we score 4 goals, the next match we don't score any. And we get draws or we get beat. So it's a bit of a concern, especially with promotion having been secured and the fact that we're going up a division. Now I've got to sort out all the tactics. Coxey, there he goes, brings him on and he scores. He's still doing better than Remy. Doing much better than Remy in terms of goal output. Despite the fact I've been giving Remy the chance by starting him in the last 3 games in that lone striker position, he's just not delivered. So I don't know what I'm going to do with Campbell. There's been some interest from Port Vale in him. If they make me a decent offer, there's a chance we might end up. Right. I can see one of my players needs... green is now red. Kempster is playing okay, but Stobbsy can come on. Middleton for the new boy. Middleton for the new kid. That was close. Made our final 3 subs. And away we go, folks. Gordon. Should have made it 2-0 there. That was a poor cross from Cole. Phelan for ball. To Healy. It's gone out for a corner. A chance. Corner. Ball swung in. Didn't really do a lot with it. Two solid tackles there from one player on one player. Ball, Beelan and Bird in our central midfield. They've carried us today. There's Healy. He's on a booking. Smashes it forward to Cox. Who gives it back to Healy. Why didn't Stobbsy head that to goal? Why is he headed that back? See, these are the things I'm noticing now since the patch, the update. There's some weird things now happening in the match engine which make no sense. Like in that situation, why didn't Stobbsy headed that at the goal and tried to score? Why has he headed that back out of the box? Some definite weird things. I think Sports Interactive still need to do some more tweaking. Stobbsy's just smashed that straight at the keeper. 1v1s as well. I've noticed they're going back to, they're behaving more like in FM20 where you never scored a one-on-one, which is a shame because FM21 was supposed to have really fixed that. And at the start, that was the case. But again, with the patches that have rolled out recently, I've noticed 1v1s are behaving more like they did in FM20 where you just never score from a 1v1. And that's bad. There's the final whistle. So we're going to have a tour of the stadium to thank the fans for their excellent support all year. We don't have a trophy, unfortunately, that we can wave and celebrate. But, you know, at this level... Well, it was a good win. Well, I wouldn't say it was a good win. It was only 1-0. It's actually pretty poor. When you think about it. See, the good thing is, though, we're securing a lot of possession. Possession is king. Campbell was injured. He's got a pulled groin. He's got a pulled groin. Okay. 10-game unbeaten home run. So we're unbeaten in 10 games at home, which is nice. Again, we need to rebuild that. Yeah, we'll talk about the shocking state of the pitch. All these mind games, the fact that we lost just makes it all the harder to take. I think David's just annoyed about the result. I've got no problem with him at all. Don't know who he is. I don't really care at this level who the managers are. I'm hoping to leave them long behind me. But there we go. There's our new boys joining. Lots. 2 of our new boys are coming on board. And there's the end of season review. Right, the end of season review. The new arrivals. There's a lot. Jack Lee from Forest Green is the best. Ben Turner, well, he's only played one flipping match. 1 appearance as sub. It's a bit of a skewed. There's Coxey, 44 appearances, 6 as substitute, 50 goals, 13 assists. Then we've got Remy, who has done 2 appearances, come on 7 times as a sub, 40 goals. So he's 10 behind Jordan, but played 1 game less and only made 1 less appearance, 10 assists. Calder Silva, ever present, 4 goals, 10 assists. Kempster, 20, he joined halfway through the season. Joe Healy was our signing, bit seniority, 34 years old now. And we've got Beelan, our 19-year-old. Yeah, we've got a few players there. Board are content to sign Manasseh Kananga. The board are disappointed with the deal to sign Niall Doran. Well, we'll get rid of him. I didn't bring him in. We'll get rid of him, probably. I'll probably let Powell go. Cameron Green, only a D. Giving the player a wage that is too high for his place in the squad. What is his wage? He's on £90 per week, which represents 4.2% of the club's total wage bill. I don't get that. I don't get it. Understand this wages to the squad business, because we're not paying them that much money. But is it because I've changed them from being like important players to squad players as the season's gone on, and we've lowered their basically what they're viewed as? We've brought their expectations down, if you like, but the club still rates me on their original. I had to offer them things like important player to get them to sign. Once they'd sign, I was able to drop that to squad player or fringe player or whatever. But to sign them initially, I had to offer them important player. And I think maybe that's why the clubs... the board are delighted that the team won the Northern Premier this season. Good. The Emirates FA Cup. The board are disappointed that the team only reached the second qualifier. However, they can understand that the team had a difficult draw. Yes, we were supposed to reach the 3rd qualifying round, but we fucking messed up. It didn't help, if you remember, that we started our season with the FA Cup games. We didn't get any league games beforehand to warm up. We was thrown right in at the deep end, and we didn't have armbands, and therefore we couldn't swim. And we sunk. The board are delighted that the team reached the 5th round of the FA Trophy. We was only expected to reach the 2nd round, so we got quite far. I mean, losing 2-1 to Chorley was, again, a bit disappointing. I was starting to think we could have won that. I was. Our moments to remember. The biggest win in the Northern Premier Division was the 7-1 against Matlock, in which Jordan Cox got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. Match to remember in the FA Trophy, a 4-0 victory over Dulwich Hamlet. And goal of the season, Remy Campbell against Matlock away. Running from inside the Matlock half, the striker skins an opponent before scoring an accurate finish from 18 metres. The finances, this is where it's got a little bit poor. Club reputation hasn't really improved much. No new sponsorship deals, that's not good. Sponsorship, still the same. Type merchandise sales 2.18k. How you lined up? Mostly Campbell, Cox, Benz. That was our most used formation. The accolades, manager award goes to us. Club awards, Jack Lee, fans player of the season, young player of the season, signing of the season, goal of the season, top goal scorer, most assists, most player of the match awards, which is amazing to think that Reme got more player of the match awards than Jordan, even though he was top scorer, leading assist and everything. Competition awards, didn't have any of those. Record breakers, Coxey 50 goals overall, 41 of those in the league. Most goals in a match by a single player. Most goals by a player in a league match. Most clean sheets by a player. Lewis Moore kept 14 clean sheets. Most player of the match awards, 13 overall. Worst discipline, Jack Lee picked up 14 yellow cards. Youngest player was Manasseh Kianga, obviously fairly early on. Fastest goal, Calder Silva, 35 seconds. Not bad for a fullback. Youngest goal scorer, Ian Beelan. Oldest goal scorer, Joe Healy. So, you know, we've had a good first season. History in the making. Got a little trophy, look. We have no issues with Dave. 104 points. So we actually won the league by 20 points from South Shields. And 20 points is quite a margin. Seasonal performance analysis report. Club vision and expectations. Play attacking football. Play possession football. Play high tempo football. Work within the wage budget. They want us to reach the National League North-South playoffs. Oh, that's expecting a lot. We've gone up a league and they want us to be straight into the playoffs the next season. That's going to be tough to do. New season team report. John. There's not a great deal of quality depth outside of the first team amongst players currently at the squad. We could do more with more depth at right back, could do with more depth at left back, could do with more depth at centre back. Well, that's hopefully what we've got coming in those two players. Because they both can play centre back and right back, which then frees up De Silva to come over to left back, which then frees up Cameron Green to go back up into winger, where he's much better, which allows Healy to come into the middle of the field, where he's more beneficial, especially at his age, 34, where he doesn't quite have the legs to be running up and down the flanks anymore. We don't have any exciting youth prospects. The youth team, the under-18s, are garbage, and we don't have any transfer money. Stubbsy missed 9% of matches because he had 5 injuries over the course of the season. And his longest was a 3-week spell. 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, we had picked up a couple of injuries to players. I mean, Campbell picked up that injury right in the end. The squad has gone on end of season break. They'll be back next season. We'll see what happens now in the closing season, in the summer. Whether I get to go to work with any summer signings. So we're not going to get hit with a tax bill. Good. 2 sponsorship deals. Which isn't any more than what we had previously. So we was getting 7.5k and we're still getting 7.5k. So despite winning promotion, we've not won any extra investment in terms of sponsors. So we're going to be... You currently have 36 recommendations to view, do we now? Okay, who do you want me to sign? Josh Walker at Barnet. He's available for loan, apparently. We'll have a look. There's plenty of time for that. We've got the whole of the summer. Because thankfully, for like us, the season's ended now. We've got the whole of June, July to get some transfer details hashed out. Obviously, there's going to be some room for players to depart the club. Some of these guys. Release him. Who else are we going to release? Ryan Holland. Can't release Tom Ward because he's unfortunately he is available. Ashley Worsfold is going to go. Sorry, Ashley. And Ben Turner's going to go. So that free up some of the team places. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players we've removed from the squad. So that's 5 signings we can now make. Potentially. I'm really looking forward to getting Ogie Gogie. Oh, the Ogie Gogie. I reckon he could be a real fan favourite just because they're going to be able to chant that awesome song. Man United, 2 staff members sign new deals. Tommy Mullen Nielsen, scout. He signed a new deal, so... And Scott Donnelly. They finished 3rd, by the way, United. For the Man U fans out there, they finished 3rd in the season, which, you know, as a Man United fan, I'd be happy if we replicated that in real life. I'd be happy for a 3rd place in the league this year. I don't think we're good enough to get top 2. But we need to stay competitive. Get Champions League. And then do like we've done this year. Go out at the group stage so we fall into the Europa League and then have a run in the Europa League. I think that's what United need to do for a bit. Just to build that confidence. Right. I want to get to this day here and bring in the new players. Squad dynamic updates. So has recently seen a slight drop. I wonder if that's because I've released a bunch of players. Now we need to think about who we're bringing in. Any good players? Mo Torre of Salford. Welsh striker. Fucking awesome strength. That is what you want. You want a decent strength player. Ooh. Oh boy, is he good. How does he compare with, say, Remy? Remy is more technical, more attacking, higher vision, much faster. Torre is more aerial and more physical. He's one to keep an eye on. Devontae Redmond. Not very physical. I like physical players. I thought he was an ex-Man U boy, Devontae Redmond. I thought he was an ex... that name rung a bell. Josh Walker at Barnet. 23-year-old. Again, if I was going for any player, I would say probably for striker, probably that guy. Just because I like physical. The player with 13 strength is going to be very, very good. There's Cameron Hawkes that we had on trial. So he's still floating about. He's just I don't think very good. And then, but one thing we should obviously wait and see and have a look at is obviously June 30th, or sort of say July 1st, when all the clubs, all the contracts expire and there's a whole load of players just dumped out onto the free transfer market. There might be a lot more players potentially in a month's time that we could sign. So we don't want to make any rush decisions. So that's my plan. I'm probably not going to do much transfer-wise in June. I'm probably going to take a nice little holiday myself after a long season in charge. And then I'll bring you guys back maybe for a bit of pre-season. And then we'll go head into the new season where we will be in the new league. And we'll be striving for a playoff spot. So thank you everybody for tuning into today's episode. Sorry it's a little bit long again, like the last video. I will try and get them shorter again in future. But if you could do me a favour and go ahead and give me that thumbs up on the video. And subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Share the video everywhere you possibly can. I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye for now, folks. Bye-bye.